All right, I want you to stop being loyal. That's it. I want you to internalize the fact that loyalty was implemented by the system. By the system, when I say by the system, I mean by literally no other than the people in power to keep you weak. That's it. It's literally a part of the system that is designed to keep you at the bottom. Because once you're monogamous and you're attached to one woman, that makes you weak. That loyalty makes you weak because all it takes for you to be broken is one woman to leave you. If you had a bunch of women, you would be very free because if one woman threatens to leave you, well, guess what? She has no leverage. She knows there are other girls you can replace her with, so she will never threaten to leave you, meaning you never lose. And if you never lose, then guess what happens? Now you're a danger. You're a danger to the people at the top, the people in power who created the system in the first place. Remember, society determines what's right and wrong. Society told you that loyalty is the right way and that cheating and infidelity is wrong. But nature says totally the opposite, okay? So nature literally says, it's in your nature to want to reproduce with as many women as possible, meaning you are suppressing your own emotions and your own natural instinct when you're being too loyal to one woman. Why? Because somebody told you it's wrong if you aren't being loyal. Somebody told you it's wrong to cheat. That's it. That's the only reason you're being loyal. And then people are going to call you lustful. People are going to call me lustful. How the hell am I lustful? Self-control? You think I need self-control? Seriously? Self-control? I'll tell you what self-control is. Self-control is you deciding what you want to do. You think just because somebody else told you that loyalty is desired, that's not self-control. And you're being loyal now because somebody else told you. That's a self-control. That's somebody else controlling you. That's a system controlling you. That's your woman controlling you. You're so afraid that your woman is going to withdraw the bedroom from you, break up with you and leave you. You're so desperate for her to stay with you that you're going to be loyal to her against your own instinct, against what you want to do. Like imagine if somebody told you, you know what, it's wrong to have a lot of money and power because you need to be very responsible. And if you have a lot of money and power, then somebody's going to feel bad that you have more money than them. So you're not going to be powerful and rich just because somebody else told you that. You have a natural desire to be competitive and go out there and make a bunch of money. So that's what you're going to do. That's the right thing to do because that's the natural thing to do. But guess what? You're going to hurt somebody in the process of doing that because if you make money, somebody else is making less money or you're taking money from other people. So guess what? I don't care. I want to win. That's it. I don't care about any of this. There's no right and wrong. Right and wrong is determined by society. I want to win. That's all I care about. And that's all you should care about as well as a man is winning. And let me tell you, loyalty does not allow you to win because it makes you a man that's tied. A man that's tied to anything but freedom. Now you have one woman. Why do they want you to believe this? Think about it. The people who decide what society spreads and what information is spread and what is popularized are the people at the top. The people at the top decide that. Okay, so why do they decide that? Well, and how do they decide that? And why do they push it on you so hard? Like, why is it that every movie, TV show, and everybody around you tells you need to love a woman? They don't tell you you need to love God. They don't tell you you need to love something bigger than life, spirituality. No, they tell you need to love a woman. You need to have a family. You need to get married. Why are all these things so pushed? Marriage, love, loyalty. Why is it so pushed? Well, because it keeps you weak. What makes a homeless man dangerous? That he has nothing to lose. He has nothing to lose. Okay. Now imagine if you were a man that had nothing to lose, but you also had money, power, freedom. Well, what would happen? Now you'd be a threat to the people at the top. So how do the people at the top keep you at the bottom? Well, they attach you to something so that you have something to lose, so that you don't take risks, so that you don't do crazy things or say crazy things or question the system. You conform because now you have something to lose. You're afraid to lose what you have. You're afraid to lose that one woman. And the thing is, you only have one woman. So you're afraid to lose the only thing that you have. If you had 10 girls around, guess what? You wouldn't be afraid to go and say some crazy stuff because big deal. You lose one or two. You got 8 more. It doesn't matter. That's what it is. Monogamy is weakness. Loyalty is weakness. It's against your nature. It is lustful. That's all it is. And it is a turnoff for a woman because if it is not natural, that means that there's no way that a woman can actually feel attracted to that. A woman's attraction is biological. If it is not biologically natural for a man to be loyal, then that means it is impossible for loyalty to be attractive. I'll tell you what kind of loyalty. And this is the thing. Loyalty needs to be separated. Sexual exclusivity is not loyalty. Loyalty is resources, okay? Why is this important? This is actually biologically wired because the woman needs the man to provide so that she can take care of the young. But you being sexually exclusive to her does not make her feel more safe. It does not help you provide. It does not provide for the child in any way, shape, or form. For man, it's all about pleasure. It's a biological wiring for pleasure so that he can just reproduce as much as possible. That's it. Life, 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 life. That's what we're here for. So it's not like it creates a threat. Because let me tell you, if that woman's going to be better to you than all the other girls, well, she shouldn't worry about you sleeping with another woman because it's all for pleasure. And you're still going to come back home to her because why? She has your kids. And she's the one that cooks and cleans. And you already have a history with her. It's like you have history with her. No other woman can beat that history. So it's like she acts right and everything's great. So why would you leave her? So there's no threat in you going out and sleeping with other women, meaning it is impossible for her to be biologically turned off by this. In fact, it's actually attractive to her when you cheat or when you go sleep with other women. Why? Because if you do that, it shows you have options. The more valuable a man, the more options he has. Meaning the more options he has, the more valuable he is instantly. That's the way it works. That's how the world works. The reason why you're trying to attain all these things and why you're trying to become more powerful and the reason why you want to have more money and have more freedom is because you want to do more of what you want to do. And the more of what you, being able to do more of what you want to do means you can sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. That's what the value is. The value is the ability to sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. That's it. That's what the drive of the man is to be able to do whatever he wants to do. And that includes sleeping with whoever he wants to sleep with. Let me tell you this. The only reason why women leave men who cheat is not because of the cheating. The cheating is attractive because, remember, it shows options, right? It shows options. You know what shows a lack of options? You know what's actually unattractive? If you're loyal. Because you're only loyal because you can't replace her with anybody else and you can't do better than her. So you're going to be loyal to her because you're afraid to lose her. That's a lack of options. A lack of options better than her. And she knows this subconsciously. She doesn't actually know it. She knows it subconsciously. She calculates this subconsciously. This is why loyal women are loyal. This is why women disrespect loyal men and they don't value the relationship because they know they can do better. Now, let's go back to what I was saying. So loyalty is not a turnoff and cheating, lack of loyalty is not a turnoff and cheating is not a turnoff. So why do women leave men who cheat? Well, it's not because of the cheating. It's because of one thing and one thing only. It's the way they react to being confronted. So if a woman comes up to you and she goes, I can't believe you cheated, and you go, I'm sorry, or you go, well, no, that didn't happen. You try to lie or apologize about it, or you try to kind of wash it off as oh, whatever. No, it's not whatever. It's not lying and it's not apologizing. It's just, I did what I did. You got a problem with it? You can leave. I still love you. I care about you. But listen, if this is a deal breaker, that's okay. We can move on. We can go our separate ways. Done. Finished. No explaining or trying to fix things. No apologizing. No lying. Nothing. She looks at you and she goes, oh my God, this man doesn't care to lose me. He is so attractive. He's the best. He is the most valuable man I could ever be with. Look at him. He doesn't care to commit. You would only care to commit if you think you can't do better. If you think that you can't do better than her, and she knows you can't do better than her, she looks at you and she goes, I got him. If he can't do better than me, that means that I have all the power because I'm the most valuable thing in his life. That means I can break him. If I leave him, I know I'm going to break him. And there's nothing feminine about that. Now she feels like the man. Now she's the boss of your life. Now she's not being led because she has the power. She has the power to break you. So it's unattractive when you give her that commitment. That loyalty is horrible. It turns her off. She looks at you and she goes, look at how desperate you are for me because I'm the best you could ever do. You give her that ring, you give her that marriage. She goes, I'm the best you could ever do. I got all the power. And now she's completed you. Level 19 is finished. Let's go to level 20. That's her nature. She's optimizing for her best option. She's going to constantly look for someone better. The second she knows she got you, she's looking for someone better. That's it. So that means one thing and one thing only, that you can never, ever make her feel like she fully has you. And then she will never leave. She will never cheat. Women are not loyal to loyal men. They're loyal to their emotions and they're loyal to the best option. Meaning if you constantly show her that you're the best option and you constantly stimulate her emotions better than all the other guys by cheating, because remember, the lower the lows, the higher the highs. If every day was a good day, it wouldn't be a good day. It would just be another day. The reason why a good day is because every other day is bad. It's because every other day was a horrible day. Okay? So if you cheat on her every other day and then the one day you actually get to see her, well, guess what? That's like the most blissful day in the world. So you got to make her feel that negativity. Now you're stimulating her emotions. You're showing options and you become the most attractive man in her life. Because if she couldn't get you to commit, one makes her think she can get someone better to commit. She doesn't. She thinks she can't do better. Even if you're the guy that doesn't make the most amount of money, you're the guy that doesn't have everything going for him, you're not the tallest guy, not the best looking guy, it doesn't matter. Because you're the one dude out of all the other guys that never gave the commitment. And now she looks at you and she goes, this man doesn't care. And the less you care, the more she falls in love.